What's up, Taurus? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot. I'm going to take a look at your energies for the week starting March 31st, 2025. Taurus, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. Happy April Fool's Day to all the bulls who celebrate April Fools. We're just going to cleanse the energies of the cards from drawing Aries messages for the week, and we're going to begin your messages. All right, so what is the messages? What is the potential energy for my bulls this week? What's coming up for Aries? Not reading reversals, and the deck that I'm using will be listed in the description box. Not Aries, I'm sorry, Taurus. See, there I go again. End up calling out another sign. Anyway, this message in this reading is for Taurus. So, not to get it twisted. It's coming up for my bulls. Energies for Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's cut the deck and begin your messages here. Aries had a most impressive read. I don't know if you guys are connected to any Aries or whatever, or if you have it in your rising sign, moon sign, sun sign. You might want to check that energy out. Anyway, we want to start off with the first card for you, Taurus, and it's the Knight of Machetes. Knight of Machetes is, of course, the Knight of Swords here. So there's something that you're about to charge through this week in terms of an action or a decision, whether or not, Taurus, is related to anything in your recent past. This is always having to have communicated about something, maybe clearing up some sort of situation, uncertainty, clearing up any types of miscommunication, doubts or fears that may be surrounded by a situation, person, or event. All right, so that's the Knight of Machetes here. It's usually going forward with an analytical mindset as opposed to allowing any types of emotions to get in the way. Up next is the Page of Cups here for you, Taurus, and the Page of Cups is an offering, of course. It could be for any bull that I'm reading for in terms of a new job offer. It could also mean that there's pregnancy surrounding you this week or someone giving birth to a child. Also could be an indication that there is a bull that I'm reading for or two that may have just entered into a relationship. And I always call it less than 30 days old. The pages always start things off like the aces, so it's fresh start, new beginnings. All right, so following the Page of Cups, and because the Page of Cups here follows the Knight of Swords, anytime the Empress or any card that represents pregnancy, that would be the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, and of course the Empress. The swords in the play here, someone could be just giving birth here through cesarean section. Also, the Page of Machetes. Here we go. Another sword. So, Page of Machete. This is, of course, first actions, first moves, new conversations. It could be new conversations, Taurus, taking place with new people, or it could be new conversations that are had between people that you already know. This is a card that also represents incoming information, news, and you can get that information and news from any source that you are, that you are have available. Like watching TV. Some of people that that I know get their news from social media. So I always call it global network news. This could also be someone who is striking up some sort of interest in you, Taurus. This is a new person who may be checking you out through social media. If we get the Seven of Cups or the Moon in the spread, then they may come forward and reveal their intentions. Right now, they're just lurking behind the scenes. Okay, so that is the Page of Machetes. Up next here, we have the what I just say, the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups follows the Page of Machetes. Wow. So this person who may be taking up some sort of interest in you, liking you. Now, this person may have, the person that I'm talking about could have been liking you for a while, but maybe they weren't ready to come forth. So now, yeah, the Seven of Cups here. So the Seven of Cups, this person may come and reveal their intentions towards you. So that's a possibility. Also, the Seven of Cups represents, your intuition. So you always have to make sure that you're trusting your intuition, right? And then many options may become available to you. So you have to trust your intuition to make sure that if those options do become available to you, Taurus, that you're picking and choosing what's going to be best for you. The other thing about the Seven of Cups before we move on is that when it's in your spread, then you may be already receiving, or there's an aspect of some sort of devotion, love, dedication being extended outwardly to you by those that you know, okay, or that you're close to. Up next, now we have Judgment. Judgment is a major arcana. This is the card is regarded as awakening. Things that were hidden in the dark may come to the light. Some things that you may discover, Taurus, about yourself that you didn't know before. Could be positive or negative. Some things that you discover about other people that you didn't know before could be positive or negative. It all depends on what's going on and your situation, and as well as their situation. The Judgment card here mirrors that Knight of Machetes here. I always call this the woke card. So there may be a decision here for you to move forward with something that you maybe not have had an opportunity to move forward with in the past. That's a possibility. Also, too, that there is a form of spiritual energy of protection surrounding you this week as well. The Judgment card here is, as long as you maintain a positive aspect of yourself and an aspect and a positive sense of, towards others, then you shouldn't have any problems. This card I read as the card of karma. So, the energy that you put out there is what you're going to get back. Up next, now we have the Five of Brooms. Five of Brooms just simply means that it would be the Five of Wands. Technically, the Five of Wands is always a projection of energy that may come on to you by others. I always say it could be in the form of petty fights or arguments. Don't engage, Taurus. Don't add fuel to the fire. Let these people go, because whatever it is that's going on with them ain't got nothing to do with you. They're just trying to draw you in. If it's not that energy here for you, Taurus, this week in terms of getting yourself involved in petty fights or arguments, with anyone, and specifically more so because it sits under that court card, the Knight of Machetes. There could be someone who just wants to pick something and start something with you. Just don't engage. As quick as this energy may come in, if you avoid it, ignore it, it will go away just as quickly. For others, though, it may be just a bout of restlessness that you experience this week, and that too shall pass. Following that, now we have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is sadness and disappointment. Like the Five of Swords, but you didn't get this Five of Swords. Aries received the Five of Swords, so it's just temporary. If this energy does express itself, it sits underneath the Page of Cups. Maybe someone is sad or disappointed because they did a pregnancy test and they found out that they weren't pregnant, and they was hoping and wishing that they were, that they were pregnant. That could be the sadness or disappointment. It could be if you have children, their energy as opposed to your energy. It could be your romantic partner. It could be a platonic friend. It could be someone else in the family. Again, it's just a temporary energy like the Five of Brooms here. If it does express itself, it's not going to stick around too long. All right, following the Five of Cups here, now we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so the Nine of Swords here, I will draw a clarifier on that Nine of Swords, but technically the Nine of Swords just simply means that there's for someone that I'm reading for, there's a bout of overthinking. Could be extreme overthinking about a situation, person, or event, having to deal with some sort of unresolved conflicting energies, whether it's really, related to your recent or your distant past. This is always doing some sort of suffering in silence that results in some sort of pain. Um, Trying to seek some sort of relief from that pain could be through, and it could be just all mental energy from prescription medication. When we talk about a high degree of anxiety, depression, of course, non-prescription medications for the same thing. It could be just, drinking too much alcohol, smoking too many cigarettes, weed smoking, whatever it is that's going to help you through the days and the nights. This is really about, for some, betrayals. It sits underneath the Page of Machetes. That is a court card. So it could be that you're feeling betrayed by someone lying to you excessively, Taurus, or it could be just on a personal level here where there's a lot of stuff going on, feeling like you're just being pulled and strained in terms of a lot of decision making or actions. Okay, I do want to apply that because this is a very dreadful card to receive. It's only three of the cards that I regard as being dreadful in the entire deck of tarot, and that is the Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Tower, right? So um, just because it's here in your spread doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to, affect you, or if any bull that I'm reading for is dealing with the Nine of Swords energy. I always say that you could be connected to someone that you know that's incarcerated behind bars, or someone who's being blocked. Then it would be their Nine of Swords energies as opposed to yours. All right. So the typical meanings out of this card is usually betrayals, being lied to, cheating on, having affairs, feeling ashamed about something, um, physical abuse, mental abuse, could be emotional abuse. Well, why did this Nine of Swords show up here for Taurus? What is the reason why the Nine of Swords show up? Can you give us something specific? Now, of course, I always say if a court card shows up on this Nine of Swords, then it's could be two things. It could be the court card representing you and having to deal with the Nine of Swords energies, or it could be someone else who may have brought on the affliction. Okay. What is the reason why the Nine of Swords is here? What are you overthinking? What are you excessively worried about here, Taurus? Fearful of, doubtful of, suspicious of? What is going on? Now, it could be something totally different. Okay. And we might. Okay. So the Six of Swords is here. And the Six of Swords is could be extreme worry for someone that I'm reading for about traveling, or it could be just having some sort of extreme worry or nervousness about someone else that is traveling. It could be a family member. It could be someone who is, you know, scheduled to go on a cruise. This is like a little boat, but I would refer to that as a cruise. And someone is not, maybe it's the first time on a cruise, and you have some sort of built up anxiety, fears, or reservations about taking that cruise because you feel that there might be something that goes on. What if you don't have a good time or something goes wrong? That could be part of the reason why um, the Six of Swords is the clarifying card. Also, it could be that someone is having some sort of fear. Mm. And that fear could be extreme when it comes to a move, like moving to a different area, relocating to a different area. And maybe someone is having some sort of reluctance and second thoughts or doubts, or maybe fears about some sort of pending move. This could also be, and I'm going to extend this here a little bit, in terms of the messages here. It could be for anyone that is, now this could be someone that sees the video, or it could be someone that knows about what I'm about to say. This could be someone who is fearful of deportation. I'm sorry, but that's what I see. Okay, someone is very fearful of a family member or a friend who may be deported. Because you will see the guy here, he could be, um, the guy from deportation, and here's the people who are being deported right here, sitting in the boat. All right, so up here next, Taurus, don't want to extend that energy too long, but that's what a couple things that I came up with. Anyway, the next card up here is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands here is victory and success. You're either moving towards something that's, that you're attracting to, or that energy is coming towards you. Again, I mentioned traveling. If you are going to be traveling here, you're going to be safe to and from. You can attach victory and success to almost anything that's going on for you this week, Taurus. Yeah, I do feel that this is someone who is fearful of either themselves or their family members, or someone that is about to be deported here, and it's wreaking havoc on them. All right, so the card up next here is Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles in this case, Taurus, just simply means it could be a pay raise, right? First and foremost, but it also could be that you're holding on to something securely that needs to be released and let go a little bit. It does not have to be anything regarding love and affection. Could be also saving up for something greater as well. All right, so let's throw some additional messages here. See what else comes up here for you, Taurus. Five of Swords here. All right, so you got three fives here. Five of Swords. You did get the Five of Swords. I just said it was in Aries messages, right? So yeah, feeling like you're being pulled in different directions here in connection with the Nine of Swords, but you can also regard the Five of Swords showing up in your spread as having to work on the energies of the Nine of Swords or a reduction of that energy if you are feeling the impact of it or will be feeling the impact of the Nine of Swords. Having to sort something out internally, externally. I always read the Five of Swords here. You got to be careful here of not allowing people to enter your headspace, playing mind games with you. And also, two Taurus, you may hold or possess something that someone could be possibly envious of. All right, so up next here is the Emperor. So there is a moment of control. All right, the Emperor always, Major Arcana, always represents an element of control, uh, authority, leadership, boss mode. So there could be a form of a promotion, as the lead over others. The character, of course, here could be any attachment to any bull that I'm reading for, as in terms of a father figure. And they are now over in spirit, but they're coming through to acknowledge. They may have worked in the court system, served time in the military, and also too there could be some sort of court stuff going on for Taurus this week, or you're working in the capacity of the courts. But the main important thing is you having to be in control of yourself and not be in the form of any types of controlling or manipulation towards others. Last card I have for you is the High Priestess. High Priestess is always about paying attention to your intuition. Also, her advice that normally comes out in terms of a message for you, Taurus, is there's something around you. There could be something around you or occurring, happening for you this week that she's asking you, Taurus, just be a little bit more patient for whatever that energy might be for you. On the other hand, there could be some secrets that you are withholding from someone or someone withholding secrets from you. This card always represents opposites attract. Likes and crushes come forward. Um, Not necessarily come forward in a sense, but we already got the um, information from the Seven of Cups. If there is someone who is taking up some sort of newly invested interest in you, like I said, a coworker, neighbor, they may be coming forward with that sense. But here, likes and crushes still will form. And, I regard the high priestess, though, paying attention strongly to your intuition. You have to trust your intuition. Yes, those gut feelings, Taurus, I always say the first impressions is always the correct answer. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Taurus. Remember, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Always take what's going to work for you, leave the rest alone. I'd appreciate it if you guys would like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a safe, great week ahead. Remain smiling. All is going to work out. Don't worry about it. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Taurus, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.